You want to see a better cue for this? I swear. Like, you better...
Come on, one more healer. Come on.
You better press that cue button, the last person.
Oh yeah, that's me. Sorry. I'm kidding.
Hey.
Yeah, I honestly wasn't sure for a second there. Alright, everyone shush.
Sorry. Oh wow, this place is beautiful.
It is.
I mean, considering it's where gods live, you'd think it's pretty sad.
Is that
Alright.
It is.
Looks like we're Group C.
That means nothing.
Let's see what awaits.
Draconia is here, no doubt.
Probably.
Honestly, that just looks like itchy.
I think I will eat some raid buff food.
Oh yeah, we're at that eating raid food.
Oh, we're starting right off with you? Alright.
He just built a place.
No, well, they are a builder.
If I have to take a guess... Oh, he's already angry. If I have to take a guess, he'll probably have something to do with, like, this door here.
Never trust by the builder. That's a knockback. Can you fix it?
Oh, wait, it's gonna...
Oh shit!
Don't I only almost did that, right?
I don't know what I was meant to do, but I did it right, so, meant to do that.
I'm good here. There goes some of the arena.
We didn't see that over here anymore.
Oh shit!
I'm noticing hammers on the side.
What's the hammers?
I'm crushing your face.
Oh yeah.
Metal.
Oh, that's what it does!
We're gonna get tossed around, aren't we?
I'm still gonna die.
That one's purple. Why is it purple?
Oh wait, right?
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, it's blocking that way. What? Wait, so...
This might be bad.
Wait, that's the wrong grade. Yeah.
Let's just go.
Yeah, when I told you They get knocked far enough away or get an electric feedback.
Him and Zodiac get along. They both like the Harry.
Oh shit! I guess we go in the.
This one isn't going.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the ongoing one's slower.
I don't know what I got hit by.
He's about to do the building reader again.
Yeah. Hey, where are these hammers going? Okay, this again. So I'm gonna guess here. Yep.
I choose wrong.
But
I do not understand the boss.
Right, it's been knocked us from one direction that way, so it should be safe here.
it's over here.
Oh shit! Ah, I think I understand now. There's a hammer that's on the.
Oh wait, no, that's our login.
I'm gonna stay here.
Right, there we go.
Darn it! Oh, darn it! I almost had that right.
So don't go into my
Oh, this is fun! Oh. Oh. What can I say? I get excited by things that threaten to defeat me.
Okay, the main characters.
Ah.
Jumps like a cushion, I don't care what mechanics if the boss dies.
True.
Mommy!
And he's about to be, wait.
Oh, he can't do it.
Are you gonna...
I don't think he can die during the finish. He's just gonna die because I'm no
Oh, we did it! Yay!
Oh, that's okay.
Oh my god.
Congrats guys, that's boss one.
I am living second. I died.
Aiming, striking,
I mean, they're pretty. The gold.
I'm looking for the scouting.
I'm gonna read all of them.
They're dieable, by the way.
Also, you can only get one, right?
Yeah, you can only get you can only get one item during the dungeon.
Destroyer shall take your measure. Provide my servant with some sport.
Oh, mini boss. All right.
Oh shit!
So it's just where you were looking. All right.
The mini boss is normally if you have a very
Not really.
Every
Yeah, it's lightning, so move to the side. I think. No, not that side.
Oh, wait, there. I don't get it.
Somehow I was on the right side.
He cuts out like 2 corners of the map that the rest of it's fine. It's like the wolves that use a cutter.
Seems for the lightning thing again. So he's moving again. Ah, I see.
This way.
Yeah, it's like the wall of lights, Warrior of Lights pizza cutter.
Yeah,
Valga was well known for his pizzas.
That's really easy to avoid if you're in the middle, by the way. Oh, that's okay. There's your clean. Yeah, you look clean himself.
right from that dying.
Did you actually beat the boss that you weren't doing by hand?
Yes.
Counterpoint, I don't care, monster.
Sure.
I mean, obviously.
Sure.
Stands a statuette of fashion for
Oh, you made the statue? How nice of them.
Wait, are we gonna fight on the...
And a little ball of light!
On the statue.
Where's this little ball of light going?
We're just fighting on the head.
Wait.
This is the Stormblood trailer.
Wait, we're fighting
Can
Valga?
have my coin.
Apparently.
Apparently, yeah, that's true.
I expected that to be the last one we fought.
I think the fight, all of the clothes. I mean, they're clothes, probably. Probably what you feel alive. Right?
It's probably 2 mini bosses and 4 gods for Alliance Raid.
And then have
Red and blue. Just
He's holding up a red hand, so I guess we go to the blue side?
Wait, no.
Guys, know yourself, you can live because you can get knocked into the diggers.
Yeah, but I didn't know that was the doctor.
yeah.
Yeah, if you get hit by the knockback, you can, if you position yourself so that you go onto a digger, you can live anyway.
Take me there, actually.
Arrows?
Are those good arrows or bad arrows?
Everything on this is bad.
But it's point.
Oh, this is a knockback, isn't it? Shit. We only have one healer that can raise people.
So just
Wait, okay, let me...
he's touching the red one. The red one.
Going from whichever... Oh, he's touching one of them, okay.
I think you have to press it.
Gary, is this a pork? He's got a red and blue.
That's bad.
Oh,
I was gonna say...
Oh dear, what?
I like how if you position the camera just right, the way single players did, this becomes a black square. Broken world. spots. Is he punching the red one?
Wait, what?
Oh.
Ah, shit. I wasn't expecting the fingers to have sudden...
Just if it's really great. By the power of red.
Well, this is still possible.
For a new world again. And that's all investigation. He's punching the red one again.
He's going to the red one and then the left minute. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, so the red one split. Sorry, no.
Oh, he punched the meteor.
Get the tank up if you can, because they just threw you away tank buster.
No, we don't need tanks.
We need one.
No, we have a body on the ground. Maybe somebody wants to get it. Look, at the end of the day, if the tank person doesn't get the healer, it's fine. So, red and a big blue. That's like the opposite of the last one. I think that means...
Thank you.
Get away from it.
Alright.
Oops.
I'm trying. Oh, that's not good.
I got away from the go. Might need a heal though.
Oh, if you need healing. Red is healing.
God damn it, it's
Like,
like...
he needs healing. You need healing too. I don't have my healing. I'm sorry.
Wait, so... I wanna say right here. That's good. Are you almost saying
Okay, come back. Look at how our ass is here, that's my goals.
I'll be cheering for the guys, I'm gonna be cheering for you. Thank you.
Alright. Somehow turn this around.
Okay, so that's it. Yeah, that's the way it's split off. This is a shape. Don't worry, I'll look at this shape.
God, that's so terrifying.
It is, because it's like a meteor's gonna hit you, but no, pranked you.
The mechanic literally is ignore every other time you've seen it attack.
I assume that's just a little unfair, but
The gods are fond of prank.
It's not prank if he says so. This music reminds me of the music that plays with the Odin that is in the original Magic Round.
okay, circling it.
Big blue, small red. I think that's one of his getaway.
What? Wait,
You get away.
yeah.
I know. I got that one.
That was wrong.
I think I'm dying.
I didn't know what was going on.
I didn't. Some of these circles I don't understand yet.
You know what's LE free? I can LE free.
Oh shit, there's not that.
Shit. Quick, turn that one finger.
Thank you.
Just follow the garden, you know.
Debating whether to limit work.
Oh, it's gonna take me a while to get used to this.
Oh, you're not the only one.
I'm always like 10% that I'll limit work.
But this is not
He's just repeating mechanic modulates.
Yeah.
Like if you do the fake hand.
Leave my read alone!
If you do the fake hand into my attack into the backhand, that keeps healing us. And that's kind of what he's doing.
I'll just limit break-in after this one, or find an island.
Yeah, so this will make the knockback then. Why is this, oh, because he still cuts off that theory as well. I see.
Yes, correct.
How here's Beacon. Oh, this is pretty good. I'm going. That was the complete wrong side of the area. If I just keep swearing at him, eventually I'll move.
Yeah.
Fuck you, router. What did you draw? The cast cleared. Sorry, that's quite pretty.
Enter my realm.
I was looking at red.
Wait.
But it doesn't look bad in red, but it doesn't suit my character.
Oh, fire.
It is better gear than what I'm wearing, so I'll try and take it anyway.
Hey.
Heaven of fire.
Oh, wow.
This must be a Zima's location.
Maybe.
Pretty blink. Oh, I got the scare.
Oh, you're the only you're the only caster in the group.
You know, there's someone in the background shooting for us.
Eclipse, if you clicked need for anything that was caster related, you'd have got it.
Huh?
Oh, I mean, you're the only caster in our group.
Oh, here I am.
Yeah. Yeah, just... Alright.
Okay, so I was wrong about one of them at least.
The bravest one. Well,
But then again, I never expected to be fighting Ralgar at the start.
Wait, that one? Yeah, you're going first. And then, alright. Yeah.
Right, so outside first, inside second.
Yeah. Tricky devils hiding their markers on the joke.
I like your music effect.
One side goes first and the other.
No, really?
I know you know it.
I got it. You kind of want some of that.
Yeah, I understand you.
I saw that it's
I mean, the lion's share health, the rate is killing them at the same time.
I can't tell. I think
I thought we were originally killing like one then the other, and then all of a sudden like one of them just suddenly dropped a lot of health.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. It's like, did I switch target by accident? And Derek. Oh yeah, Derek's our guy, I thought it was a god.
Yeah, it's alright.
Oh, someone left. Oh, 2 people left.
Now, is this gonna be? Oh, is this Zima?
Okay, so I was right. I was right about Azima.
She looks like she's wearing a suit or what's going on.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, she's giving me mid-lane vibes. That's terrifying. What is this from?
Probably an AoE.
Everyone gets nice heals.
This is gonna move for it. Just wait.
It's fire.
Oh, alright.
Staying in the center
That's
seems to be.
probably gonna be a corridor. I mean, these are circles.
Damn, I thought there was someone else. I'll get it next time. What you doing now? So wings again. But there's a catch.
Okay, where's the catch? I know it's coming.
Such. This must be the catch.
Oh,
Are they gonna kick the balls?
Oh, they're gonna kick them.
It's fine here for everything.
Yep.
Okay, so this is just the end of it. So it's fire.
Something's on the other end.
oh no!
So,
Just don't be on the outside.
Oh shit!
okay.
I don't really know what's going on there. I completely missed it, so I guess I'm gonna
Yes, so.
touch your flames pressure.
I kind of expected them all to come back. Oh,
She's just using attacks from recent fireballs. Well, most of them in the direction being swords.
Wait, what?
See, I told you guys to be swords.
Wait, okay, what are you doing?
Push it on a sweat. I can use it on the smoking function.
Raging flame, dance upon the wind.
Oh, she's locked up the area. Oh, I guess I don't.
They're going to the way to pushing the fire.
And she's using every single connection. Both circles and squares and triangles. I better see an exit. Fuck. Let's go back home. I'm scared.
Oh, no, of course it is.
Just use sarcasm. Sarcasm not helping.
Alliance space kind of struggling and dead.
I'm gonna guess those explode me. I'm gonna get. Someone really needs to override the lights.
I think I want to get away from that.
Give me mana, give me mana. Fuck,
Well, that's
just trying to replace someone from the lights being good. everyone not dead. Okay, let's just make it. Yeah, this is the easy one. She's gonna knock something. Oh, she's knocking all of them. This one isn't getting knocked. Oh, that good. Over here is good.
Oh no, no, no!
Oh, okay.
She didn't knock some strength. I think she knocked some tigers.
This one is gonna be hard to learn.
Now it's just where it's just the wind again. So she's flying up against that way. So, in a way, this is back, this is the more element. I think of it. Can I just walk her? Yeah, okay, I just walked her to fire, that was safe enough.
Yeah. Oh, I think
we were looking in the same place, but then there was another one to the side.
yeah. There's 3.
Okay, and...
Which way is she facing? That way, so don't be... We're in the area. I didn't see what this beginning did, just kill things. So
it's a meteor over there. Pretty strong one, though.
Damn, I didn't realise I've got the thing coming over here.
I'll revive you, wherever you are. There you are. That's twice in a row. We've almost been wiped out instantly. And we've somehow won that.
Oh, damn.
By the power of resonating, track of the only resonating.
Because we're like
Hey, red mage is always useful in alliance raid.
I'm still not on the stats attack of the I guess I died.
Oh, shit.
I just accepted that.
Wait. No.
Where are we seeing you? The lower rivals.
Yeah, well, I'll try to live till then.
I'm different positive, but it's also
Okay, this one shaved me last time.
Oh, I see, they're doing it in different directions.
Yeah, it shaved me before.
Yeah, you have to.
Okay, I'm done breaking. No, well, this is still hit you. Oh wait, this one. Okay, hold still, please. Alright, got her.
Dance upon the wind.
Does she die before it?
Wait, where's the next one?
Oh,
Oh, no.
Oh, that boat maybe? Oh well.
This is a very pretty game.
ooh, that is nice.
Okay, who's this going to
I
be?
see a bunch of scales. Elita, which was the guy with scales?
Okay, that's very
Oh, it's the wing guy.
I am Null, keeper of the realm of the living.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's hold on. The open theater.
I am Star, Keeper of the realm of dead.
Oh, this song is hilarious. The trade is not wrong.
Oh!
I patron saint.
It's a shame I can't hear it properly. I have to have my headset into my laptop and not my thing. So this is a song from the trailer. That's cool. Oh, there's a guy.
Oh, this music is beautiful.
It is. Above, so below.
Shoot him while the flames below.
You mean the flames below?
Shoot goose harvested the flames? I kind of do.
You got me.
As above, so below. Can you just say like I take your language? That would be very appreciated.
Flames, but that's the same, right?
I just listen to the middle this time. The background is orange or something.
Maybe it is the background, actually.
The background is orange and it's orange first. I think it's the background. That's a thing. So Elita, how you enjoying this?
I've been loving it. It's kind of scary that I'm first on the Aglaia list, though.
What's weathers are going?
I don't understand.
That looks like a jet, so let's not be on that side.
Oh yeah.
Let's get away from the meteors, I think. God damn it, why don't we have a scholar with experience?
Where are you going? Wait,
Right, so 1 then 2. Ah, that's going to be a knockback.
Yeah, one. Yeah,
I think I'm gonna be dead.
I think it's
Ah, shit. I didn't see that the other two were. I just seen the third one.
yeah. So the first one.
Very well.
What's going on there?
okay, you gotta summon ads.
Diesel, that's not a pit. Hey, it's a human. We still dead people.
Right, we break the chains.
Oh, they put it on the side.
It's an ad phase depending on how many people are dead. Oh, that's clever. Where's B? I wanna find B. Which one of you is B?
I also want
This woman over here? It's me. Hi, B. Oh, that's Elita. I don't wanna kill her.
Wait, we're fighting me? Why are we fighting me?
One of them is you.
fight you.
The one, see, the one over here. Like, the people like it's you.
No, don't kill me! Why are you killing me?
No, you're evil.
Don't worry, that's not the
Fine, regulator.
Balance if you can. Do we have to, like... It's not half and half all of it. Oh my god. Put more people on the side, it'll be way more. We're gonna balance this.
Oh, okay, so we do have to balance
The
it?
moment
It depends on how many people are on the thing. Each side.
Okay.
I think we've asked this one fine. What's going on? I love it.
Oh wow, these mechanics are amazing.
Oh no, you're splitting up.
What's going on?
Ow.
I think that would have killed us if we were equal.
Yeah. I think the less people it is, the more damage it does.
Oh, he likes us for everything. We always wasn't friends. He's still trying to kill us, but he likes us.
Oh, that's good. At least he likes us.
There's a tiny Sphinx monster right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you can choose that entire mechanic for the tiny Sphinx monster right there.
I took too much damage.
I think with this boss we've got to figure out which side he is, whether he's mad or Star.
That's the idea. Alternatively, you can just cheat.
I think.
No, it's the middle. Yeah, okay, that's X-Space will be better. Yeah, it's blue, the blue is bad. It's great, the red. Is he switching it? Here it is.
Oh, you. I saw that this time.
Right, okay. That's going to be an AoE. AoE knockback.
Just AoE. It's a knockback.
AoE knockback, knockback.
yeah, because
Someone ran into the wall.
Okay. You're dying of
I think we're all dying of death.
dying stand in the middle again, it's actually safe. There's tiny sweet spots right now to see, but oh, I was not in that time. It's only a few pixels big, but there is a tiny sweet spot at the top. I got the first two guys. I think I'm the first one now. I mean, do that, you're done. There's only one pixel there. So, if you can get that one pixel correct, you can at least get that mechanic. That was a very cool song.
Right.
Yeah, I was almost there.
Well, 4% I probably got it though.
Don't just say why.
Just this low.
He's not even switching. He's still gonna get hit by it. Let's just kill you. I'm not dealing with this.
Yay! Congratulations, my friend.
Found worthy.
Again.
It's like one man in. Oh no.
Now we got the achievements, fine.
Yeah, it turns out there's actually a phase 2.
After the achievement.
Yes.
That would be a pretty good shape.
Congrats, you beat it. You believe the place. You now have to do the entire thing again, so. Oh, let's look at the chess piece. Oh, that is quite pretty.
Oh, wind up Azuma.
Ooh.
So wind up Azima, there's a card, which I got from winning rolls.
Oh, I might get the card.
I might get one of the songs. I got 96 one of the songs. I'm not getting anything else.
Okay, this casting looks pretty fire though.
Yeah, it does look quite nice. That's really red. It's pretty, but I like it.
I did get a card.
It's a shame I can't trade. I give it for something I can.
Well, I got the aiming head, so.
I got a leg piece and the song. That song was gorgeous, so. So it's more not who I was expecting, I think.
That was awesome. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, me too.
That was worth the wait.
Yeah.
It's funny that we found the last boss, the one that was most simple to understand.
I dare say we passed the trial. Let us head back for now. Anyway, I am going to do the cutscenes that follow afterwards. and then head off for food.
I'm already doing that.
So I will see you guys later.
Okay, yeah, I'll head off too. Thanks for the run.
I had a lot of fun with you guys. Let's chat again later soon.
Yeah, see ya.
Love you all. Bye.
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 You're safe, thank goodness. I rushed here as soon as I heard the tidings from Raha. Is this true? Beings claiming to be the 12 have appeared? You defeated them all? Incredible. I had no doubt that you would succeed, but I'm no less impressed for it. Seldom have I felt such exhilaration. To think the day would come that we would put on an act for men. I must say, Bergerot, you played the villain's role to perfection. Come now, Master. I merely did what was necessary to compel the mortals to confront us. Still, it pained me to speak to our beloved children so unkindly. So you say, Azema, yet you seemed happy enough to fight them. You did not forget the true purpose of the trial, I hope. Well, I couldn't help but be excited, and do not tell me you felt differently. Consider yourselves fortunate, children. 'Tis rare indeed to see Naltzal in such high spirits. What in the world is happening? Didn't you say you had defeated them? Did they manage to flee? Or perhaps were resummoned? Put up your weapons, you have naught to fear from us. Rest assured, we are not summoned beings, we do not drain the land of ether, nor do we take men into our thrall. But what of the gods who were summoned during the calamity? The ones Master Louiswa called to protect the realm. That was not us, but a primal born of your fervent prayers of salvation. Indeed, that the worst of the calamity was averted and the realm restored in its aftermath was a direct testament to the power of your hopes. Dynamis. Why choose to appear before us now? Just as men harbour hopes, so too do we gods. To realise our aspirations, 'tis essential that we do battle with you. Thus did I falsely claim that we sought to rule the world. 'Twas deceitful conduct unworthy of a divinity, and I must apologise. Not only for that, but for using my power to do harm besides. These hopes of yours, won't you tell us what they are? We cannot. If you wish to know the truth, you must discover it for yourselves. 'Tis not easy to move forward when there is seemingly no destination, but if you press on, you will eventually arrive at the answers you seek. Aye. You will learn to understand why we hold our peace, and far more besides. You will learn the very truth of our existence. Go forth, mortals, and seek knowledge of us, and when the time is right, we shall meet again in this place. When I first explored the Phantom Realm, it appeared to be unoccupied. To think that it was home to the gods. We have met and exchanged words with the 12. When I pause to think, I can scarce believe it. As if hearing about your battling with 12 weren't shocking enough, to have them appear before my very eyes. Suffice to say, it's been an interesting day. While much about them remains shrouded in mystery, at least they seem open to reason. In considering our next step, I should very much like to hear your detailed account of them. Right after I have word with our client, that is. Please give me a moment to introduce myself, and then we can review the situation. Roger, Bergerot, Zima, Nazo? Bergerot, Roger, Zima, Nazo. So the next 4 is likely going to be Nofika, Althik, Haloni, Menfina, and then the third set, Thaliak, Naimia, Lamalin, and Oshgun. Ha! We end with the Wanderer. That makes a lot of sense, actually. She's another one of your colleagues, I take it? 'Tis well, Creel could make her way here quickly. Krell wishes to take stock of the situation. Greetings. I am Cryle of the students of Baldessian. Do I have the pleasure of addressing Derek, the explorer who sought aid in investigating this place? Aye, I am Derek, and this here is a baby opal. Yes, I can see that. Doesn't it have a name? None that I would know of, nor would I presume to bestow one, for that would be condescending. I see. That's very considerate of you. So, I understand you explored various phantom realms with Derek. Will you recount to me the experience? So, while the gods tested you sorely, you did not sense any malicious intent. As Bergerot said, they wished to do battle with us, but 'twould seem they do not necessarily wish to cause us harm. Though much more about this perplexes, mayhap 'tis safe to assume that they are not primals. As you may recall, Livingway once told us the art of summoning as taught by the Asians incorporates the fervent desire to assimilate others into one's belief. Thus do the resultant primals seek to enthrall worshippers, who in turn seek to grow their ranks. But these beings appear to harbour no such desire. If they are primals, then they are unlike those that have been summoned in recent memory. We might suppose they were created in antiquity, in like manner to Heidelin, but there is no way to prove it. Who could they possibly be, and why do they desire battle with man? Even of your little Eorzea you know precious little. The true identities of the 12, for instance. Emmett Selk did say that, didn't he? By which we may assume that he knew the truth, and challenged you to seek it out too. Suffice it to say you will do so, of course. Insofar as we can ascertain, this is a matter which has implications for the entire star. In light of this, the students of Baldessian formally accept the commission. We will investigate the Phantom Realm and the beings who call themselves the 12. I'm pleased to hear that. Thank you. Without further ado then, I will take a look around. There are a few things I'm curious about. Then, with your permission, I will take myself around the Eorzea and investigate the worship of those gods we encountered. Elita, Derek, seeing as you've already seen this place, would you care to accompany me? By all means, in which case... Could you stay here with Cryle, my friend? It wouldn't do to leave a fair maiden alone. Ook, ook! I shall be glad for the company. Take care then, and good luck. Okay, so I have my suspicions that Derek is actually the Wanderer. The last one that will fight. I think he's one of the gods, pretending to be immortal. That's my suspicions anyway. Raha has also shared his observations with me. Keeping your combined accounts in mind, I shall see what else I can learn here. Look! Shall we ask Raha about his plan? So, to explain my plan, it is believed that the 12 were already worshipped during the Third Astral Era, when the Alakan Empire flourished. Come the Fifth Astral Era, those nations that fought the War of the Magi each took one of the 12 as a guardian deity. This practice has continued to the present day in Eorzea, with some notable regional differences. For instance, Ishgardian hold Haloni as absolute, while Sharlayans enjoy a moderate relationship with Thaliak. By visiting various locations in Eorzea, and learning about the 12 as they are worshipped, I hope to identify any similarities or differences between them and the beings we encountered. In so doing, I believe we will draw closer to the truth of their identities. For our first destination, I propose we take ourselves to Rhalgr's Reach. The place is a holy ground for worshippers of the Destroyer, and promises to yield useful results. So here we are at Rhalgr's Reach. There you are, Elita. This place served as the base of operations for your investigation into Omega, did it not? How delightful to be here together. If you don't mind my making an observation, it seems you enjoy travelling with company. I do. It's something I have dreamed for a long time. There's nothing like traveling with good friends. Is that so? What of yourself? Do you normally travel alone? Aye, in my wanderings. I much prefer to have solitude. Not that I avoid people or communities, mind you. As a matter of fact, I've been here before, on the trail of the Phantom Realm. Now that I think of it, more often than not, those places where the Phantom Realm sightings are known to occur have a tradition of 12 worship. Then I dare hope we are on the right track. As I'm sure you know, Rhalgr's Reach is home to the Temple of the Fist, at the ancient headquarters of the Fist of Rhalgar. Raised by the Mad King Theoric, the temple lay abandoned before the Alamegan resistance claimed it for its operations. While I doubt that much literature has survived over the years, the people here may possess some knowledge of the local faith. So let us split up and make inquiries, and reconvene here afterwards to share findings. You read the words inscribed on the monument. A storm of blood approaches fast. Hells open, hells weep, for no one soul doth lie beyond the measure of his reach. Once upon a time, Lise explained to you their meaning, that we must prepare ourselves for the strife and sorrow it will inevitably come. Learned anything thus far? Oh, if it isn't Elita. This man, perchance a friend of yours? When last he visited, he shared with me the tales he'd heard on his journeys, and what amazing tales they were. If you have time, I'd love to hear both your stories. Alas, we're in some haste. We're investigating the worship of Valgar and seek literature on the subject, religious texts and the like. Can any still be found here? Just about all of it's gone, sadly. Destroyed by the Emperor, if not the Mad King before that. But we haven't lost everything. The mighty image of the Destroyer, the tales we share at the campfire, like the legend of a nation's founding. We still have these things, and they were a source of great comfort and strength to us in our darkest moments. I see. If you don't mind, I'd be obliged to hear your stories this time. Elita, rest assured I have this well in hand. Feel free to carry on as you were. Next time I hope to hear some of your stories too. Yes? If you've business, please make it quick. I'm due to meet with someone any moment now. Forgive me my delay. Oh, I have an adventurer who escorted me kindly to the Temple of the Fist. Are you studying monks too, perchance? If so, you ought to work together with me and my colleague here. Few things are finer than joining heads with like-minded folk. Researching the worship of the Destroyer, you say? Why didn't you mention it sooner? This is a copy of Destructivity, a scripture of the Fists of Ralgar. The original is one of the few texts that survived the temple's razing, and was recovered by a monk named Widerect. I went to the trouble of having this made for my colleague, only for her to say she doesn't need it, so I will offer it to you instead. Lest you forget, this is your passion, not mine. I'm simply assisting you as a favour, and I'd thank you not to put us in danger. Ah, but danger is the crucible in which the monk tempers body and mind. Ah, so sublime, monks. Well, we'd best return to our work. Till next time, adventurer. Elita, what were you able to learn? A copy of one of the scriptures, you say? A moment while I skim over it. I see. This chapter appears to be a record of the construction of the great image of Valgar, written in a style that suggests folklore was committed to parchment. When the deluge of the Sixth Umbral Calamity threatened Eorzea, the ancestors of the Alamegans were guided to safety by a comet. Believing that it was sent by Valgar, they came to hold him in the highest. This much of the tale I had been familiar with. But according to the scripture, among those refugees who followed the comet, some claimed to have caught some sight of Valgar himself. Their accounts were passed down through the centuries, and worshippers of the Destroyer pieced them together to shape yonder statue. I must say, it bears more than a passing resemblance to the being we encountered. Were that Valgar a primal, the explanation for the similarities would be simple. That is, the statue gives rise to a unified interpretation of Valgar's appearance, which in turn lends form to the primal. However, this fails to account for what inspired the likeness in the first place. If the scripture is to be believed, it was the sightings during the Sixth Umbral Calamity, yet for those witnesses to be able to recognize Valgar, they would have needed an agreed-upon idea of his appearance beforehand. If we consider the history of 12 worship, that it already existed in the Third Astral Era, it would not be ridiculous to think these divinities existed even prior to that. So the question is, did these beings give rise to their respective faiths, or are they primals born of them? I thought we made it clear, we are not summoned beings. Since time immemorial, our domains have lain scattered across Eorzea. As a matter of fact, one of those in which you set foot is nearby. 'Tis not unusual for mortals to glimpse us. That voice, could they be... Indeed, I am Burgerot, and the hawk beside me is Valgar. I shall elaborate upon my master's explanation. We thus disguise ourselves when we wish to observe the world without, for being seen in our true forms would violate our laws of conduct. Yet though we similarly disguise our sanctums, veiling them in illusion, rents are known to manifest when surrounding ether is unstable. In such a time, should a gifted mortal chance to be near, they may inadvertently catch sight of us. Of course, during an umbral calamity, etheric imbalance occurs on a star-wide scale, the ideal condition for seeing the Phantom Realm. Precisely how many times we have been seen, we ourselves have no way of knowing, but that is a sound assumption to make. Well, Burgerot, I believe that much shall suffice as a way of apology for our deception, shall we? Indeed, that is all we are at liberty to reveal. Fare you well, children of man. Aside from their resistance where it comes to identity and objective, these divinities are certainly approachable. If what they said was true and their worship can be traced back to their sightings, it would serve to explain one thing. According to my research in the field of comparative mythology, Valgar is often observed to bear many similarities with Ramu. Assuming both were inspired by the Valgar of the Phantom Realm, their divergence may be attributable to differences in culture between man and sylph. So, do you believe that they gave rise to the prevailing faiths of Eorzea? Given available evidence, yes, I'm inclined to. Yet none of this explains their presence. How and when did beings of such power come into existence? Oh, 'tis you, Cryle. Has something happened? Truly. Very well, I shall take care of it. Cryle has recruited an acquaintance to aid in our investigation, an authority on mythology. I must go and receive her at the sunken temple of Karn, where she is currently conducting fieldwork, after a brief detour to prepare a little something. Conveniently, Thanalan is home to countless adherents of Nalthal. While I tend to business, may I ask the two of you to make inquiries in Ul'dah? Very well. Excellent. I will join you as soon as I'm able. By your leave. So it's to be just you and me in Ul'dah. I suppose it can't be helped. Apprehension is writ plain upon Derek's face. What strange manners for the one who proposed the survey to promptly abandon it. I'll not lie, I'm not given to working one-on-one with another, but I suppose I'll agree to this arrangement. We had best be on our way. As I recall, Novena Sacarium is closed for construction, so let's try our luck at Azanathrith Ossuary. You have no objection to travelling separately, I trust? Good. I shall see you in Ul'dah. Ah, you're here. Of the defect twins Nalthal, here they worship Thal, who keeps the realm of the dead and weighs the worth of men's souls. In contrast, Nald keeps the world of the living and oversees their financial fortunes. Their names borne by many a location and religious organizations, some extremely wealthy and powerful, exist to nurture faith in them. On the surface, it may seem strange that a hub of commerce, such as Ul'dah, could be home to such spiritual people. But it is actually quite logical when one considers that their religion is in essence commerce. In any event, Naldthal is truly an unusual divinity. What was originally held to be one god came to be worshipped as twins. Indeed, rather than two distinct entities, that which we encountered was a single being possessed with two personalities. Did I mishear? Did he just say they encountered Naldthal? And while his appearance differs somewhat to the divinities worshipped, it cannot be denied there are striking similarities in their nature. We're starting to attract attention. Forgive me, this is hardly the place for such a conversation. Let us continue it elsewhere. "'Twas careless of me to openly speak of our encounter with a divinity within the place where he is worshipped. Hereon I shall exercise greater caution. Thank you for alerting me to my indiscretion, and ask that you keep it between us." Now then, to finish our conversation. As I mentioned, through the Naldthal as worshipped by men appear somewhat different, there are undeniable similarities in their nature. I believe we may report this much to Grahatia. With that, our work here is done. Rather than waiting for our companion to arrive, perhaps we might seek him out at the sunken temple. He mentioned needing to make a detour. Where we set out now, we ought to catch up with him. After all, we hardly know one another. Rather than loiter with an unfamiliar person, 'tis better to use our time productively. Wouldn't you agree? Then let us head to the sunken temple of Karn at once. Are you alright? If you hear me, please say something. You're here, thank goodness. I found this woman collapsed. Though I can see no obvious injuries, by her attire she appears to be some manner of scholar. Water, food, in my bag, please. I see. Elita, may I trouble you to find her bag? I will stand lookout in the meantime. My bag, somewhere out there. If I understand her correctly, her bag is somewhere nearby. Please find it. Examining the bag, you find a skin with a little water left, but there appears to be no provender. For now, you decide to take the water to the woman. If I understand her correctly, her bag is somewhere nearby. Please find it. So thirsty, so hungry. Even an incurable optimist would feel compelled to say that the water skin is nearly empty. Not enough food. I need food. I have not saved dried meat, tough as leather. Do you have anything easier to consume? Elita, Derek, what are you doing here? Actually, that can wait. Steady, Snowgrime. I've bought you Arkham loaf and coffee, made sweet and creamy, just as you like it. Ah, I am reborn. Washed down with a sweet beverage, the life-giving nutrients of Arkham loaf permeate my being from head to toe. Thank you, kind stranger. However you knew my preferred sort of sustenance, you truly are a godsend. Oh, it's you, Raha. What brings you here? I don't recall mentioning my fieldwork. It's for my research into the Belladines, worship of Zemaya, you see. Haven't you heard from Kryl? The students are presently investigating the 12, and we would prevail upon your expertise. May I introduce Snowgrime, expert mythologist. She is a collaborator of the students and, like many a Charlean scholar, is passionate about her endeavours to the point of forgetting to eat. Seeing as she has recovered, may I ask the two of you to tell her about the Phantom Realm? The 12 abide in the Phantom Realm, and you exchange not only words with them, but blows besides. Incredible! And your description of the domains, a thunderous tower in one, and a sweltering city in another, precisely as the heavens of lightning and fire are depicted in legend. In ancient times, worshippers of the 12 believed there exist 7 heavens and 7 hells. Aetherology has since established that departed souls return to the ethereal sea. But it seems those afterlife domains were more than just innovations of mortal imagination. As a pursuer of myths, I must say it feels somewhat anticlimactic to suddenly have these revelations just given to me. But more than that, I'm dying to know more, which is to say, please allow me to join your investigation. Ahem, we would of course welcome your presence. Without further ado then, let us head to the Omphalos. Kryl awaits us there. Welcome back, everyone, and welcome, Snowgime. I'm glad you could join us. Kryl, how delightful to see you again. I understand you've been doing a fine job leading the students. But I may say, what a lovely place this is. At a glance, this appears to be the highest of the heavens legend, the 7th heaven. And ooh, if those aren't symbols representing the other heavens. I take it those are the respective gateways? I should like to pay them all a visit. For Snowgime's benefit, let us review what we have learned thus far, and thence deliberate the next step. The gods reappeared before us in Valgar's reach. Though they were disguised as unassuming creatures, the laws forbid them from showing their true forms outside of the realm. Yet, in the event the ambient ether becomes unstable, such as during an umbral calamity, it's possible for the realm, and indeed the gods themselves, to be glimpsed by mortals. And such sightings, we believe, has given rise to the various faiths practiced throughout Eorzea. As we confirmed in Ul'dah, the Nalthal worshipped by the people and the Nalthal we encountered have more similarities than they do differences. In the course of exploring the Omphalos, two things caught my attention. The first is the gate which lies to the innermost area. If each of the other 6 gates lead to an elementally aspected heaven, and we stand in the 7th gate as Snowgrim says, what then lies beyond that last gate? The second is this monument. It harbours some manner of magic, unlike anything I've seen before. I will endeavour to decipher it, but it will take time. Divinities that have existed since time immemorial, who abide in domains resembling the heavens of legend. Why have they chosen to reveal themselves to mortals seeking battle? Unless they favour us with more of their secrets, it would seem that this monument holds the key to solving the mystery. Indeed, much and more yet lies beyond our understanding, but we'll keep chasing the truth together. As I'm sure you'll agree though, this is tiring work, both mentally and physically. We need to pace ourselves. To which end, might I suggest we return to Revenant's Toll and have a rest before we embark upon the next stage of our investigation? So rarely do I get to simply chat with colleagues. I'd fairly forgotten what it felt like. Indeed, and it's quite fitting that we should be doing here at the 7th heaven. Fitting? That's an understatement if ever I heard one. The 7th and highest of heavens, which rules over the remaining 6, was right here in Mordona all this time. This isn't fitting, my friends. It's destiny. You are obviously well versed in the myths surrounding the heavens and hells. If you don't mind, I would like to hear your thoughts on them. Invested as they are in their research, it doesn't take much to stroke their passions. My apologies if it makes you uncomfortable. Having always travelled alone, I am admittedly not too familiar with such a lively atmosphere, but I do not mislike it. By the way, the two of you arrived at the Sunken Temple rather quickly. Did something happen? Well, as pleasant as this has been, it's past time we return to the Annex. The paperwork for this commission isn't going to complete itself, alas. Then, shall I take myself to the Omphalios? There is so much there that I'd like to see. And I believe I will go for a walk nearby. It's getting a little warm in here. Alright, do take care now. Oh, Elita. It's pleasant, isn't it, the smells and sounds of the tavern? It makes one feel alive. And afterwards, stepping outside alone and breathing the cool air, I like that just as much. While we await developments, I shall remain here in Revenant's Hall. If there are any tidings, rest assured, I will share them with you. Thank you for your help thus far. I doubt so much could have been accomplished without you. As I mentioned, I shall remain here in Revenant's Hall while we wait developments. If there are any tidings, rest assured I will let you know. Okay, so that's the end of the plot chain for the Alliance raid. So I will see you all again sometime, my darlings. Love you all. Bye for now.